Weekly Packers schizo update. Week 8, week 7. Well, what are we at right now? We're 5-2. So week 7. We're in week 7. And yeah, man, shit. We actually beat a good team. We beat the Texans. 24-22, right? That's what it was. 24-22. Game-winning field goal from our newly signed kicker Brandon McManus, the school threat. And the reason I say he's a school threat is because apparently he has some off-field shit going on. That's not that good. So I'm not gonna say what, but like you can look it up. Um, you can probably guess what I mean by that and if I'm not saying it. But for now, nothing's been proven, nothing's happened, so we can only just take his word and whatever the word is of the public right now. So for now, he's good, but innocent until proven guilty. But yeah. So we got a dub, game winner, low key nail biter. Should not have been that close. I'll say that right now. This game should not have been anywhere near as close as it was. If your team holds CJ goddamn Stroud, to 86 passing yards and you win by 2 points, that is not a good thing. Like, yes, of course, we got the dub. That's all that matters in the NFL is getting dubs. No matter how ugly the win is, if you got the dub, that's a W. But 86 pass yards on the day and you almost lost to that team, I don't know. Like, so that's not good. Shout out our defense though. Our defense showed up the entire game. It was our offense that kind of sputtered out a little bit during the end there. Or like the whole game actually. It was throughout the whole game. They had little spurts of just like, what are you guys doing? So I mean, it makes sense. But our defense has been showing up. Jeff Halfley's been putting on a damn clinic these past 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Finally played some comp, so this was a good chance to see where we were at in terms of like status in the NFL and like what's going on. Because I mean, Texans beat Buffalo. They should have beat. Who else have they played that's comp? Just them. So I mean, they beat Buffalo, and this was our real first comp game besides the Vikings. And I mean, the Vikings game was an anomaly. We'll never play a half that bad ever again. I promise. I promise you will not show up to a half that bad again to where it's 28-0. And we still only lost by 2 in that game. But this was our real like first game where we're like we show up at the beginning like, okay, cool, we're playing a good team. So we got to lock in. So, we did good for what it was. The fact that we were able to get an ugly win where we had 3 turnovers and the other team had none and we still win, that's pretty rare. Usually if the turnover is -3, if you lose the turnover battle -3, you're not winning that game. Like 99% of the time around there, you're just not winning that game. So for us to have gotten no turnovers back on their 3, hey, and we win by 2, game winner. No matter how we won, we won. We left some points out on the field, not gonna lie. Like, I can go by Jordan. Let's start with Jordan Love. Jordan Love played a good game. Besides the 2 picks, it's like he played pretty decently clean. You can't be mad about it. I'm hoping he heats up like he did the second half of last season and takes away the turning the ball over aspect of his game. As the season goes on, he gets more comfortable. Cause I mean, he also did get hurt. Like last year's excuse was like he's never played as his first year starting, so let him get used to it and get accustomed to it and get like more acclimated. This year's excuse is he missed like the first month of the season almost because of the fact that he missed 2 games. So you could say like he's still getting used. He never really got the full chance to get back into swing of things until now. So the fact that we're stacking dubs while Jordan Love is still playing bad, quote unquote bad, that's good. Take that. We take those. We gotta stack the wins early because the second half of our schedule, not gonna lie, the second half stretch of our schedule, like the late half stretch or the late second half stretch, like the last like 5 games, I should say, very tough. A lot of division games in there, including a Vikings meetup and a Bears meetup. I think twice the Bears in that last 5 weeks. So a lot of division games at the end, and I think the last game of the season is against the Bears or the Vikings, one or the other. And that could be maybe a potential division clinching game at the end there for one of them. So it's really scary. That's why we got to make sure we don't lose this next week against Jacksonville, because Jacksonville's a trap game. I promise you that is not a guaranteed dub. For any other team, yes. Any other good team, yes, that's a guaranteed dub. Like, yeah, they're playing Jacksonville. Go get your dub and get out. But for the Packers, cold team, going up to Florida and Jacksonville, where it could randomly decide to be hot for no reason, and all of a sudden we don't know how to play football because it's hot as shit, or just in general, even if it's not hot or even if they can't play in the heat, you just never know what's gonna happen in terms of like um, the weather being a part of it or the team just not showing up. Because I've seen trap games, especially Green Bay Packer trap games. I think of the Bills in 2014. I think of the Chiefs in the 2011 season. I'm thinking I'm thinking the Giants last year when we played against Tommy DeVito and we lost on Monday Night Football. I'm thinking who else am I thinking of? What other years were there? The fucking game against the Chargers in 2019, I think. The Colts in 2021. Even though they were a playoff team that year, it was still kind of crazy that we lost them. I'm not gonna lie. The what about 20? Was there one in 2020 that we lost that we shouldn't have lost? The Vikings one, I guess. I think we lost to the Vikings in that year. I can't remember though. But there's always one or two trap games every year for every team, and the good teams figure out a way to still win the trap games. It's the not so good bad teams, you know, or even the good teams in general, but like the not so upper echelon set of good teams will find a way to lose those trap games. And that's what I don't want. I really don't want us to lose to Jacksonville because we need to get to 6-2 so that our playoff percentage goes up to 82%. And then we have Detroit the week after that in week 9 and then a bye week. So we really want to end the stretch of the season or first half of the season into the bye week on a strong note and win Jacksonville so that if we lose to Detroit, it's not as bad as if we lose to Jacksonville and then lose to Detroit. Because for some reason I have a feeling we're going to lose to Detroit no matter what. So I want us to get this win in Jacksonville. Take our gimme, you know. I think it's at Detroit, so, you know, that's not going to be fun either. But I think the Packers are built to be a dome team. Like, the way their offense runs, and they'd rather be in a dome. So part of me doesn't even want home field advantage in the playoffs if we make playoffs. I feel like we're better off being away if we're going to be playing dome teams like Detroit, Minnesota. Because I feel like our offense is more suitable to the dome. Like, we like to throw that bitch out, air it out, no weather. You know, our kicker can actually kick and not have to worry about wind or nothing besides, like, getting blocked. Like, I feel like that's the best opportunity for us to win. That's why the San Fran game, you know, it was raining. We started fucking up. Like, it happens, though. That's just part of playoff football. But yeah, so Jordan Love, clean for the most part. The first pick was kind of crazy. Second pick was like a little, you know. But a lot of people are comparing him to Brett Favre and like shitting on him for the way he plays and like the turnovers he's doing. But, you know, I can't really be mad about it. I honestly don't have a problem with it. He even said himself he doesn't care. He's going to keep throwing that. He's going to keep slinging that thing. Hawk Tua is, you know, spin that thing type of energy. But, hey, man, I respect Love for that. He's going to obviously learn how to. I mean, last year he was slinging that thing and he only had one pick that last stretch of the season into the playoffs. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it works. It's just he's just a little rusty. It's, you know, not really rusty. We can't say he's rusty anymore. He's been about 4 games now. But he's still, you know, maybe he's still getting, like, in the mojo because he was really in a crazy flow during that stretch last season. To be able to sling it around that much and be that aggressive but also only have 1 turnover. So, you know, maybe it was just a crazy strike of luck we had last season in terms of that, and you can never replicate that, but he'll get closer to replicating it soon enough, you know? I believe in Love. He'll be fine. Jaden Reed had a nasty drop on a crucial 3rd down, and he fucking had a bomb thrown to him, and he dropped it. That would have been a, like, 1st and 10 at like the 20 in the red zone. That would have been perfect and give us more points. We ended up not scoring on that drive, and then our offense started stalling from there. I think that was like mid-3rd, if not like mid-2nd quarter. I can't remember what exactly, but I just know Jaden Reed had a crazy drop on a 50-yard, 40-yard pass. The defense balled out, bro. I've already said that at the beginning, but Evan Williams is a fucking dog, bro. I'm gonna say this every week. I'm glazing Evan Williams every week because that boy can hoop. That's a real dude. That's a real baller. He is hooping right now. That 2-point conversion, if they don't get that, or if they get that, hey, the game ended 24-22. Think about it. I'm just saying. He was really the reason we won that game. Not only just stopping that 2 point conversion against Joe Mixon one on one in the open, tackling him, but also like there's many other tackles he got or like block sheds that like led to other people getting tackles for losses. Like he's a dog, bro. He's everywhere on the field. All of our safeties, all the rookies are doing really good right now. Like Bullard, him, and Cooper. That's a lot of speed too. We actually have speed for once. Packers defenses aren't really known for having a lot of speed. That's usually why we get cooked on the running game and also in just like mismatched coverage with linebackers because we never have good. Like Devondre Campbell was good. He had the one All-Pro season in 2021, I think, or 2020. But after that, he kind of washed up and lost some of his speed, you know. So he was just a mismatch nightmare for us against tight ends, like against George Kittle, like last year in the playoffs and all that shit. I don't even remember if it was last year or not, but either way, the last time he was with us, he was getting cooked by tight ends and running backs on coverage. But it's fine. Live and you learn, you know. Now we have and then Jair staying healthy, so hopefully knock on wood he stays healthy. He's been strapping up. Stephon Diggs, fuck you by the way for I don't know why you be talking all that crazy shit, bro. When you like the career matchup between him and Jair, it's like the dude has like 5 catches for like 30 yards in like all the games played when Jair's matched up on man coverage with him. So, that's all I got. That's all I need to know. He tried to beef with the entire roster in the beginning of the game before the game even started, which is kind of insane. Like I respect it, kind of, but like at the same time, it's like why? And then bro showed up and did nothing. So you can't really, you can't really you can't really tell me you did some shit or you're about that and you talk that shit. But like, I get you're petty, but brother, you did nothing and your team lost, and you're probably the reason they lost. Because you are a difference maker. You're supposed to be making plays. But yeah, so Jair went crazy. Eric Stokes is getting a little better. I'm still kind of worried about him. He's like our weakest corner. Nixon's still looking solid. He has a hamstring injury that he's dealing with though, so I don't know if he's gonna play this next week against Jacksonville. Hopefully he does. Luckily Jacksonville doesn't really have any threats on the perimeter. But Brian Thomas is looking nice, so I hope Jair is gonna humble the rookie a little bit, because if not, we're gonna have some trouble. And then the running backs for Jacksonville, they're kind of cool, they're all right. But yeah, so Joe Mixon was the only bright side of the Texans offense on Sunday, and it was literally just him running up and down. Maybe that was our defensive plan. Was like, we'll let Mixon do it. Like if you're gonna beat us, you're going to use Joe Mixon and tire him out from just running the ball the entire time up and down the field. But we're not letting Stroud get no fucking passes. And you know what? I respect that from Halfley. If that really was the game plan, to just let Mixon eat, but whenever it was time to actually get in a passing situation, like the defense finally got to stop on Mixon, even with a small blocking amount, or like the little box, not loaded box, whatever. And they were just hoping and praying they can get a 3rd and long situation, a 3rd and medium, to make it a pass obvious situation. And they knew they had the confidence that they would be able to stop them. I respect that from Halfley. It's honestly not bad, because if you really think about it, Stroud is really good. So if you got to put all your eggs in one basket to stop Stroud, but you're gonna give up letting the run game kind of go crazy, hey, we'll take that over the pass game going crazy. Because at least the run game, it's like you really got to just chip iron. It makes the running back really tired. The line gets tired. The receivers even get tired if they actually block. So, it's a lot harder to just spam runs than to spam passes. So I get it. I respect the game plan we went with. Honestly, pretty smart. We might have just gave the NFL the blueprint for how to get the Texans going. But, I can't even fully be happy about this Texans win against Texas, because they didn't have Nico Collins. They were missing a couple pieces as well. We were too. Everyone has injuries, but like their main offensive threat, Nico Collins, was missing, and that dude is apparently him. So you know what? That's if we ever meet him again. Hopefully, in the Super Bowl. If we do have another matchup with him again this year somehow, it's gonna be a Super Bowl, and I would not be opposed to that. But I'm not trying to think that crazy ahead. We're still like 3rd in our division. We're not even like 2nd or 1st. So we gotta chill. Rashawn Gary came through with a sack. McKinney, no pick again this week either. Streak's finally dying down, but he did get a sack, so he's still putting on an All-Pro season so far, a Pro Bowl for sure. Dobbs went crazy. Dobbs, bro, ever since he came back from the suspension of apparently asking for more targets or like being a diva about not getting the same, like not getting involved too much or not getting him involved too much. I know that's not fully true. There was actually probably something going on with him. Maybe there was, maybe, maybe some shit went down, but we'll never know because we don't know them. But we can only take the word for it. And from what I know, the teammates teammate got his back. Teammates got his back. So I believe, Dobbs was just probably going through some stuff, And for him to come back these last 2 games and absolutely be a baller, straight up baller, I'm happy about that because I mean no touchdowns from today, but he went 8 catches for like 90 yards or some shit, or 9 catches for 80, one or the other, and they were basically all slant routes, and it's crazy because he's literally Michael Thomas in terms of how he runs the slant. I swear to God, he's got good hands just like Michael Thomas too. He literally reminds me of Michael Thomas to a certain extent. Hopefully not the diva aspect of it and like the cockiness part of it, but like just in terms of like how I see him run a slant and how he catches it, it really does remind me of the Michael Thomas guy from the Saints. He's kind of washed now, and I don't even think he's on a team anymore. But in that little prime he had in that 2016 through like 19 era, 2020, like those 3-4 years he had where he was just slant man McGee and slant merchant for the touchdowns, he was going crazy. So that's like that's who Dobbs was compared, that's who he reminded me of while in the game against the Texans. Stingley could not fucking guard that shit. He was literally playing like 10 yards off. I don't know why. Letting him just get free slants, like, just slant in. There was a couple that he would like bobble and then catch still. I'm like, bro, Dobbs got crazy hands, man. Dobbs got some good ass hands. I can't even lie. Like, he's probably got the best hands on the team. That's probably why they have him do that in that role. But yeah, man. Christian Watson didn't really do much. Had like 1 catch, I think. Wicks had a touchdown, and that touchdown was the best throw of the day for Jordan. I think. No, actually, the best throw of the day for Jordan was probably the first touchdown to Kraft. That touchdown was crazy. He zipped that shit in. That should have been a pick. I low-key thought it got picked until I saw Kraft like do this shit with the ball. Like he had it out in his hand like that. And he's like, hey, I caught it. But he zipped that shit right through the middle, and that's exactly why I say I don't mind him throwing like that, bro. Because as long as like you see the plays like that, you're like, well, if he just keeps doing that more consistently, we'll be good. It's easier said than done, but it's possible. So that one and the Wicks throw, both of those are tied for me in like terms of the best throw of the night from Jordan, because the Wicks throw was like a turkey hole throw on the sideline to the left side of the sideline, and Wicks also to be able to catch that and then stay in bounds and tiptoe into the plane, across the plane. That was fire. That was a good ass. We'll watch the replays right now and the highlights, but yeah, had that going on. Josh Jacobs finally got his first receiving touchdown after 200 plus catches. Like that's how insane that stat is, to be 200 plus catches in and just not having a receiving touchdown, not even on a screen or like a pity little like dump off, like pass type of dump off. Like he just could not find pay dirt when it came to catching the ball. But today was finally the day, and it didn't look like it was gonna be a touchdown. Like if you see the play where he scores, it looks like he gets stalled like right in front, like there's nowhere to go. But then he like does some weird like little elusive, like little hesitation move, and then he just kind of just full sprints through the middle of the field and gets a little bit of a crease, and boom, he goes through. Enough of a hesitation on the guy in front of him to just make it, to just full send it and book it across the middle. And he finally got his first tug, and then they did a Lambo leap. Who else got a touch? I think those were the 3 touchdowns. Jordan Love threw 3 touchdowns. I think he leads the league in touchdown passes. If not, he's second. And he missed 2 games. Think about that. Like the fact that he missed 2 games and still is like second, if not leading the league in touchdowns, is crazy. I think Lamar Jackson's leading the league now after the 5 touchdowns he just put up on Monday night, but not too sure. Trying to think of anything else that happened. No, nothing. That's pretty much like the recap I got. The turnovers. Turnovers were kind of, the muff punt was crazy. I hadn't seen one of those in a while. It gave me flashbacks of 2021, 2020, when our special teams on punt unit was really bad. 2021 was, it was so bad it cost us a game against the Niners. If you know, you know. The Jordan Love picks, not the best picks, but he'll learn. He'll get better off of them. almost got picked on the final drive on the first pass. I was gonna lose my shit if that's how our game would have ended. He threw it. I think he threw it to Dobbs, but Dobbs like it got tipped before it got to Dobbs, and then since it kind of altered the way the ball was coming to Dobbs, Dobbs also tipped it up in the air. And then from there, it almost got picked off by another defender running at the ball where it got tipped. And I was like, no, please. And then he dropped it, or like it fell on the floor. I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God. But it was close. He almost did that shit. The final drive itself was a very methodical, very nice drive from Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur did a really good job of picking our offense back up after it being stalled for like a good portion of the game. Dialed up the best plays. Jordan Love executed them too. We hit Wicks on one of the plays to go to midfield. Got him with an offsides or a 12-man on the field. I can't remember what it was, but I think we got a penalty on them for 5 yards too as well. Yeah, man, it was good. And then McManus for McManus to come out after barely signing like 2 days prior to that game, getting iced, so he gets iced, makes the first kick that doesn't count because he got iced. They got the other team called timeout. Sean McVay calls timeout, and then he has to reset up for the kick again. First one went straight through the middle like a warm-up. Like, he didn't even show no emotion. He just went, boop, kicked it straight through, and then ran back. But then they iced it, so he's like, no, you gotta go back and kick it again. So when he went up for this new one, I thought it was going to get blocked. It looked like the dude on the right just came in for free and, like, dove at it. And when McManus finally kicked it, it goes straight down the left side, and it looks like it's going to go straight left and not go into the uprights. And I was like, oh, my God, he missed. And then the angle of the camera finally shifts to where it shows the ball, like, going through the left side of the upright. I'm like, thank God, bro. And even McManus got a Lambo leap in, which is insane to me. We got Brandon McManus hitting goddamn Lambo leaps.
Again at the 20. With play action into the line with Jacobson up top, they go. And
got Dobbs off the wrist. Off this catch, I already knew.
Dobbs, who returned last week,
I already knew he was gonna be good.
Suspension and caught 2 touchdowns against Arizona.
Okay, I'm gonna need to lower this. I have this shit on max. It's supposed to be at 80. All right.
Arizona has a gain of 23.
There you go.
Zach Tom back in at right. Tackle, 3rd and 3. Pass, a bit forced and
oh my God, it was the first drive that was not, never mind. It was not a touchdown. I forgot. This is the first pick.
Has a
so let's
3.
see. Oh man, like I don't know, dude.
A bit forced and picked.
It's a forced pass, yes, but like
and 3.
He thought he could. I mean, to be fair, if I'm Jordan Love, I'm thinking I can rip that in there too. And he low-key could have, but this guy just gets lucky and the ball just ends up in his lap. Like Wicks could have caught that, but at the end of the day, yes, Jordan, you probably shouldn't throw that. 3rd and 3, you know, fuck it. I mean, I understand. I get it.
A bit forced.
Was Dobbs open?
Tackle, 3rd and 3. Pass.
Oh my God, Dobbs was open.
I'm back in at right.
Oh my goodness, look at Dobbs. If he hits Dobbs on that, like, right on that out right there that he's doing. Look at this shit right here. Right here, 87. Look at that.
3.
That dude read that shit the whole way. This guy right here read it. He got off Dobbs to go to him in the middle. Nah, that's wild, bro.
To allow his teammates to catch up on him.
Damn, that's tough.
Play clock. Snaps his hands
and then they get the ball here, and our defense holds it down. I'm not gonna lie, our defense held this shit down to be doing this.
Take away in the hands and takes the snap.
Look at Gary up the middle for free.
Now has to get rid of it, incomplete.
Hey, we'll take those. Holding the field goal, that's crazy. From where they started to how they ended up, what they ended up scoring, that's good.
So Gloves pass complete. Trying to get the yardage.
Oh my God! And then we go 3 and out.
They're waiting for him. Hold them to 5 on 3rd and 7. Texans have the best regular season.
Disgusting work from us. And then Dalton Schultz is open.
Goes underneath, dumps it off. Got a nice game.
I do not like that. I hate that. I hate that. Jair was also talking mad crazy to every player on this team, on the Texans team,
play action, going up top,
which I honestly respect. Look at CJ Stroud being a cheeser. Like, all right, CJ, we get it, bro.
Stroud.
Look at that. Boom.
Touched. He gets to him.
Better make sure
That's
you know what
McKinney.
McKinney is.
Practicing again.
That's a potential depoy.
Yeah, that was
if not all
surprising,
pro, that's for sure. Look at Tucker
Here they
Kraft
go
breaking
with the
tackles.
completion.
Oh, that hurt me. That hurt me. I'm not gonna lie.
Somersaulting for the
I'm
first
scared
down.
Kraft is always gonna get
South
hurt
Dakota now
from
just
how
turning
hard he
into a
tries to
big-time
truck
tight
people
end.
and like
First
be
down.
big body.
Handoff. Jacobs got
There you
a
go,
big lane
Jacobs.
out to about the 38-yard line.
There you
and
go,
another
Jacobs. There you
Green
go.
Bay first.
They're going to spread the ball around to a lot of different players in motion at the snap. And
Oh yeah, we actually have a fullback on our
Wilson
team. I
and
forgot about
running
that.
back for Jacobs.
Boom.
Here's the
Slap
pass
man.
play, and it goes
Is that not Michael Thomas? Is that not Michael Thomas-esque?
back to Dobbs.
I'm
in and
just
now in
saying.
Houston territory.
And he's a cold-faced killer. Look at him. He's like Kawhi Leonard. I'm telling you, he's the Kawhi Leonard of the receivers. Romeo Dobbs is the Kawhi Leonard of the NFL receivers. Like he's not that star. He's not at star status as he's not like as a star. How do I say it? He's obviously not to the star level of a Kawhi Leonard, but you know what I'm saying? Like look at his face. This is a cold stone killer.
Having started back at their own 8.
Bro does not show no
11
emotion.
more for Green Bay. Love pass caught. First down again.
Good pass.
Melton.
That's
this
Bo
time.
Melton.
It's a play that was
Bo
much more
Melton.
had
He
the
always
ball
comes
down
in
at
with
the
one clutch
35
catch
to
at
lead the
least.
Packers to a 2nd and 9 from the 19.
Hey, he scored in the Niner game.
And the diving
Don't
grab
forget
by
that.
Wicks. 11 of the 3rd down coming up.
It's third down right here.
across the field.
Look at this.
Here's
Zip.
Love to the
Boom.
end zone.
Oh my God, this shit is so crazy.
Across the field.
Look at this shit, man. With full force, drove his foot in the ground.
Here's Love.
Look at this. Zee! Right through this dude's hands. Look at this guy's hands. This should have been a pick. Bonk. And into Kraft's hands. I don't know how he maintained that catch. This dude is crazy.
Zone. Diving catch.
Yeah,
What a
Kraft.
catch it is
Okay,
by
Kraft.
For
And he
the
got Dobbs
score.
celebrating with him and Reed. Okay.
Before getting injured.
Then Love puts his crotch right behind his head.
At least this one.
Kind of crazy.
3rd and 9.
Oh yeah, third down.
Pressure
Look
on
at our third down
Stroud.
defense.
Desperation
Woo!
throw. No one near him.
Nah,
He was
anytime they
all
were
the
like
way
3rd and
back
long, it was
inside the
basically a given
10-yard
they were not
line
going
when
to
he
get
heaved
it. Besides the end, the last drive. The
Possessor
last
of a
drive,
couple
CJ
of
makes a
Super Bowl
crazy play
rings.
that I can't even be mad at.
He sends this punt down to about
Is this
the
the muff punt?
20-yard line where it bounds toward the end zone. Ball's
Oh
touched.
my God, that's so bad. That is actually 2020 Packers-esque fucking shit right there. That is unacceptable shit.
It hit Ballantyne, the Packer.
I think this is going to go to the Texans. What a huge.
And the fact that they got it this close to the end zone too, and I think they do score a touchdown on this drive, but
Here's Stroud giving it to Nixon.
yeah, nah,
who
Mixon
powers
goes in
his
right
way
here
down
for
to
free,
about the
basically.
1-yard line.
Dude, that's so annoying, man.
Here it is.
Yep,
Mixon.
there goes Mixon.
Round the
Boom.
end and in for the touchdown.
Can't even be mad.
Took 2 plays to bring it home.
And these players
It's only
know the
10-7
system
though.
called.
On 3rd and 3.
Yeet.
Love
Dunk.
has to go out
Make
of
a
the
move, Wilson.
backfield.
Yeah.
Nice move by
Manuel's
Wilson.
nice
That
with
picked
it
up the
out the
first
check
down.
downs. He's nice with it out the check downs.
To escape Eric Murray, otherwise they'd be punting.
That's clutch. That's clutch. It was third down. He had to
And
make
they
a
get the
one-on-one.
play
He had
in
to
the
break a
books now.
one-on-one
They don't
move right
challenge it
there.
in time. They go long.
Oh my God, this throw. Oh my God, this throw by Jordan. Turkey hole, not really, because the safety was kind of more to the right than like back side, like over here where my mouse is. But
They go long.
either way, that's a dot, bro. And for Wicks to keep his focus and stay in bounds and also get the pylon, that's
They
crazy
get the
work.
completion near the 1-yard line.
We got a lot of talent on this team, man. Lots of mouths to feed.
Wonderful job. They just ran all.
Let's just look at that again real
They
quick.
get the play in the books
Look
now.
at this.
They
Whoop.
don't challenge it in time. They go long.
Boom, perfect, bro. Right on his back shoulder,
They
on
get
the right shoulder
completion
and
near
chest.
the 1-yard line. Touch
Job. They just.
Crazy work, man.
for the Texans.
And this guy
Oh,
gets like
that's a
crazy. Look at
nice
our special
return.
teams, man. Our special
Look at
teams,
him
besides
besides
Wheeling the punter, everybody else kind of did not show up for special teams today, or for this day on Sunday.
it's Pierce.
But you know what happens. It is what it is.
42-yard return.
He
It
finds a hole.
is. Oh, what it
Second and one.
is. Oh, this is the
Good.
second pick. Oh God, watch this shit. So they go score a field goal, and then I'm like, okay, cool. We can go score real quick. We get something done. Look, Jordan Love, 11 for 14, 122 with 2 touchdowns, and the pick's the only really bad thing. He only has 3 incompletions.
4 years being developed. That's helped.
And right here, like you see, you're getting flushed out. The rusher's right in front of you. Like Do not force this, man. Just take the sack or just throw it away or check it down.
Here he is, way down the
But this is reminiscent of the Niners play in terms of like it's first down, hella time. You're getting flushed out. Like, just don't do it, man.
field. Look out, he's picked.
And he gets picked.
Picked at the 45.
And you know what? It is what it is. He's a young
Caleb
player.
Bullock,
His second
the
year
rookie
starting. I'm
from
assuming he'll
USC,
learn.
who
Hopefully, do
already
not
has
do
his
that
third
again. Please,
interception of
Jordan.
his rookie season.
And all of a sudden, when
And
a
if he
guy
does do
blitzes
it again,
one
you
of
know,
these guys,
it's
somebody
whatever.
else
It
has to
happens.
Back to
But you
Mixon.
hope he
He's
doesn't.
by the wave. He's on his field and denied.
Oh, is the 2-point conversion right here? Watch this shit.
He's caught the
Look at my boy Evan Williams right here. Look at this guy right here. Number 33.
It's Mixon.
Boom.
He's caught in the backfield.
Read it
and
like a
denied
fucking
the
book.
2-point conversion.
That is a good rookie right there.
It's over 75 today. Here's Stroud.
And there's a sack from our boy
And
Eric
there's
Wilson,
another sack by
right?
the Packers defense, their third.
I think that's Eric Wilson, but Eric Wilson had a game too. Eric Wilson's underrated.
Here they
Showing
come
up
after
today.
Love.
Boom.
Unloads
Slap
it.
man.
Pulled
Hey,
in by
tell me
Tom.
that's not Michael Thomas though. Look at this.
Here they come after.
Look at the hands. Oh, boom.
Unloads it.
Yo, he bobbled it a little
Pulled in
bit there. You
by
see
Dobbs
that?
in the
He still
first.
caught it though.
Pressure was coming from
You've got to take a
That's
lot of
insane
gaps.
work from those
Will
hands,
Anderson, not
Dobbs.
on the field for the Texans right now on second.
Oh,
and
there you go,
8. There goes
Jacobs.
Jacobs. Ripping off his
Halfback
biggest
draw.
run of the game. Well, second biggest. He goes for about 10.
I'm not gonna lie, Jacobs really hasn't had a good game yet. Besides the Colts game where he had over 100 yards rushing, we have yet to use him. But you know what? We're probably waiting till winter. You know, when it gets a little colder in Lambeau. Gotta put the pads on. Cold as balls. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna eat. He's gonna eat then. He's gonna get his soon.
Sitting out this play, 1st and 10. Jacobs getting a lot of work now. Picking
There you go,
up
Jacobs.
steam to the 20.
There you go,
down to
Jacobs.
the 18.
Tell you, bro. He's a hot hand type of guy. You gotta keep feeding him once he gets hot too, because then he'll just keep going.
Right back to Jacobs.
Oh, this is the touchdown right here. Look at this.
8 yards out.
Whoop. We got one blocker.
Right
And the blocker doesn't even do his job. But you know what? It doesn't matter because Josh Jacobs is him.
back to Jacobs. No one there
Boom.
for him this time.
Finally gets his receiving touchdown. And he does a Lambeau leap.
His first ever touchdown
Woo!
reception.
Love that for him.
Pressure
Love
package
that for the
again.
boy. Oh,
Hands
yes.
up.
Oh, yes, Wilson. Eric Wilson
He
with
has
a game,
made
having
some
a
plays
game.
today, and they denied
That's a clutch breakup.
the first down catch. It would have been by Dalton Schultz.
Clutch ass breakup.
On third in here if he
Let's
wants
look at
to
Jair talking shit right here.
3rd and
This
11.
is CJ Stroud trying to be Superman.
Gonna take off again. Nowhere close. No room.
No
at
flag.
all.
Nope.
He's looking for
Nope.
a
Look at
flag
Jair
on
talking
the
shit.
sideline, and
He's like,
Jair
hey, man, get your
is
ass on the other
back
side.
jawing again.
I'm trying to find the spot
He's
where
able to fling it
Stroud like
down the field,
scrambled.
incomplete. 2nd and 19. From the goal line in trouble. They got
Oh
this
my god, I
time.
forgot about that sack. I'm trying to find
And it
where
is in
Stroud
fact
gets
Daniil Hunter.
a scramble and then he like gets popped.
Texas start at the 38.
It might be
Mixon,
somewhere around here.
Yard line. What a drive.
shotgun.
Completion to
Nope, that is not it.
I was saying, you
come
Is
with
this
the
the field goal
blitz.
drive? I think this is the field goal. Oh, this was it. Look at this shit, dude. 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, a little over 2.5 minutes. 3rd and 10. We need to stop them so they can just get a field goal and not hopefully get it. If they get a first down, they're gonna try to score, right? Like a touchdown. So we're like, all right, bet. Please, let's not let them get this first down. It's 3rd and 10. This is where we want them. They got to kick the field goal. They give us over 2 minutes. We just go to the clock and get our field goal and we win the game. Or we can go score a touchdown, one or the other. But point is, we don't want them to convert this, right?
Here they come with
And
the
you
blitz.
would think with Gary coming out here, getting them to roll out to his right, or yeah, his right,
You gotta
and
stay
Kenny
in
Clark
field goal
pulling up,
range.
he fucking flings this shit
You're
with
strapped.
Jair in coverage to
Out,
some
he
dude
throws it.
that used to fucking
the
get
ball
Walmart
is
carts outside
caught.
in the fucking parking lot,
What a
dude.
Catch by Hutchinson.
Xavier Hutchinson. I had never heard of that dude until that catch.
Stroud from the pocket. Flings it
And then we
sideline.
finally get the
It's
stop
caught.
here, which then makes them
Bear
kick the field goal.
delivers-
They go up one,
Gives it to the
and this
side.
is it right here. This is the legacy drive.
look the middle of the field.
Jordan Love, are you ready for the legacy
Gives it to the
drive?
sideline and out
Very
of bounds
smart.
goes
The first play, the first down play was the almost pick through the middle of the field to Dobbs.
Kraft.
But to go back
With
and
the
do this
catch.
instead on
Number
the safe
9.
play
The
right there,
tight
the right after,
Giving
that's
it to
good.
Jacobs. They won't. They're going to go up top.
Yeah,
Wide
Wicks gets
open
the
for
easy
the
pass
first
and gets
down.
yak.
It's Wicks,
Hey,
who
Wicks
had
is
a
a yak
touchdown
demon,
earlier
I'm
in
not
this
gonna
game.
lie.
Almost has the ball stripped out
Very
of his hands.
reminiscent of Devontae
Got a
Adams
one-on-one matchup right down
early in his
here.
career. Not saying he's gonna be Devontae or is Devontae. Look at Slapman though. Look at how far off Stingley is in coverage though. Like why, bro? Look at that. Boom, slant right there. Boom, hit him. Boom.
And they go for it.
Like that's just too easy, dude. You're making it too routine.
With 15 seconds to go. Football at the 32.
Joey Love, J Love, boom. Look at those hands, man. He somehow caught that.
Ball is on the ground.
It looked like he dropped it at first, but after further review, I think they say he caught it, but then the clock keeps running. We almost fucked it up. Because if the clock would have kept running and we didn't know, we would have been screwed, man.
That's a fumble or an incompletion.
A call on the veteran. Just came
Here
here
comes
on
McManus.
Wednesday. He's got this to win it. Low snap.
Yeah!
It is good.
On his first game in 2 days being signed. Look at him. Like it's nothing, too. Some casual shit. Packers go to 5-2. Texans are back at 5-2. Or stay in the 5 wins column, and they go 5-2 now.
From holding to 5 on
So
third.
shout out my Packers. Hey, shout out my Packers. We doing the thing. We 5-2. We got Jacksonville next. Detroit. We're ready for you, man. I hope. We said that last season, and then we ended up getting stomped on Thursday night. But then the next meeting, we beat them in Thanksgiving. So I'm hoping, it's not the same as last year where the first meeting we get stomped and then have to wait till the next time we see them to get our revenge. I'm hoping we keep this ball rolling and we just keep beating them. But who knows? They're a really good team. Green Bay's a really good team. It's going to be a really good game. But for now, we focus on Jacksonville. We got the Jags next week coming up on Sunday in the morning. And that might be a trap game, I'm not going to lie. But overall, in terms of the Texans game, defense, A+, if not A. Offense, you don't get like a C- for me. Special teams getting a D-. I'm not going to give them an F because the punter went crazy. But, I'm saying it's pretty bad. Everything else besides the punter was really bad. So, yeah. I'll see. Hey, go Pack, go, though. Go Pack, go.